You show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. My beloveds, Happy New Year, Happy New You. I know it seems rather redundant because we celebrate New Year's Eve on the 1st, but this is all of these holidays. Spirit kind of gave me a download that the holidays are spiritual portals in which we can practice the principles of truth. And the principles of truth, the principle in the new year and in this idea of a new you and this burning bowl ritual is that no matter how weary or tired or discouraged or fearful we may feel, or how old our body temples may be getting, we are ageless, timeless beings that can always begin again. With every breath, with every heartbeat, we can think a new thought. And the thought that has been anchored through Bob's reading of the daily word is joy. There is always joy if we would but tune into the vibration of joy. The title of my talk is The Sacred Flame of Renewal, the Burning Bowl Ritual of Letting Go and Embracing the New. I just feel called, Spirit is guiding me to talk about, as we're talking about joy, renewal, joy is always accessible. Enthusiasm is always accessible. New beginnings in consciousness are always accessible. About 15 years ago, and I think it was probably through my 20s, way before 15 years ago, but I finally I felt lost enough that I thought, okay, I'm going to a therapist. I was born in Haiti to fairly educated parents. However, in a lot of developing world cultures, you pray to Jesus and that's about it. But therapy, you're crazy. Only crazy people go to therapy. So I had to dismantle that internalized belief, cultural belief, and I went to a therapist. I thought, this is getting bad. I'm just sick of being sick and tired. Let me go to a therapist. And so I was told that I had dysthymia. I call it the low-grade fever of depression. It's nothing major, but like a low-grade fever that's always there. And I began on my Prozac, and I was like, I'm not doing it. I was very resistant, but I always had this low-grade fever of negative thinking and depression. It wasn't obvious. You would have never have met me dancing away, saying hello to people, but there was just fear, doubt, worry, and insecurity within my consciousness. So I lived with this. I was on the New Thought path. I was coming to New Thought churches, but I couldn't get away from myself. And then something happened. There was an awakening moment. God's grace fell on me, and I thought, okay, in our philosophy, we're told that we should focus on the positive. And I had a list of about 100 negatives or a million. And I had 3 positives. And I said, I'm going to focus on the 3 positive. And something came over me and I heard, you need to say the word joy over and over and over again. So I began to do this little sing song, joy, 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 joy. I have joy. Within about 2 months, my brother called me and he said, how are you? How's it going? Because I called myself a grumbler. The Bible says, be of good cheer, don't be a grumbler. I was always depressed, I was always sad. And he's a super sensitive artist and he loved me so much. So how are you? And I said, I'm great. And he said, what? And I said, let's not talk. I said, I'm so joyful. God was like, and he said, wow. And I said, let's talk about you. How are you? And my brother said, "What happened to you? What do you?" I said, "I'm not focusing on all the bad stuff. There are no bombs falling on my head. I'm not starving in Haiti. We're really blessed. I don't have any problems. What problems?" He said, "Well, what have you done? Do you have a new boyfriend?" Because of course it was. I said, "No, I'm just feeling better. I don't want to talk about the depression. I healed my depression." I went back to see my doctor. I went to see a therapist. She said, they do you just seem really great. Is it the Prozac? I said, no, I just started saying the word joy over and over and over again all day, all the time, even in the midst of someone yelling in the traffic, in my grades not being good and feeling insecure. I'd look in the mirror and say, joy, joy, joy. So, my beloveds, these words, if anything be of good report, if anything be beautiful, Philippians chapter 4, this is how Spirit works with me. This week I'm at home contemplating God, and Spirit says Philippians 6. So I was raised Catholic. I don't know the Bible like that. So I thought Philippians chapter 6. There was no chapter 6 because there are only 4 chapters in Philippians. So I said, should I read verse 6 in every one? I said, read the whole chapter. When I got to chapter 4, verse 6 through 8 states, if anything be beautiful, if anything be of good report, if anything be honorable, if anything be lovely, think on these things. And I said, the universe, think on these things, my beloveds, renewing ourselves, releasing the past, burning away that which no longer serves us, is about removing our thought energy away from the circumstance, from the past, from our experience. It's taking our attention away from all of the things that are going wrong, or we think our ego would have us believe has gone wrong in our lives, and thinking on the good, the true, and the beautiful. Ecclesiastes says, this is a time for everything, a season for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. In the cycle of life, we are guided by the rhythms of divine order. Just as the seasons change, so do the seasons of our lives. The burning bowl ritual, beloveds, beckons us to recognize the divine timing in our own existence. Let us reflect on the chapters of our past, acknowledging the knowledge that they have imparted, and with gratitude, release what no longer serves our highest good. So, my beloveds, consider the burdens, the regrets, and the fears you carry, those old flames that dim the light of your spirit. With reverence, you're going to, through this ceremony, we're going to write them on the parchment of our soul. And we are going to allow the divine to spiritually and energetically cleanse us. We will do it in physical form. However, we are doing it spiritually. The outer is but a symbol of the inner. So, Let's just close our eyes for a moment and think in this affirmation. Because the sacred fire is within. In this sacred fire, I release the old. I surrender the weight of yesterday, trusting in the divine plan that unfolds. As the inner flames consume the past, I make space for the infinite blessings of the future. Isaiah 43 reminds us, forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, for God is doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. The inner sacred flames cleanse and purify, creating fertile ground for new beginnings. As we release the old, we open ourselves to divine creativity, embracing the newness that awaits. Isaiah reminds us that even in the most barren landscapes of our lives, the divine is at work, bringing forth life and renewal. And suddenly, you know, it's time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings. So, my beloveds, as we do this physical burning bowl ritual of writing down the old, know that the inner flames of the divine presence within you are cleansing your consciousness, cleansing your energy field. And whatever the locusts have eaten, God will restore and make new. And so it is.
Carolyn, my dear. There you are. Burn it. I'll get you in there. Go ahead. Laura.
Goodbye.
Bob. Yay.
Oh, excellent. Oh, I think it's working. Yes. Just have to beware of flying papers. We can maybe huddle around a little.
Yeah.
Just a few at a
Aaron?
time.
Dang. Like that. The brain of me. Ooh, Karen. Lovely. Karen again.
There can't be too much letting go. Let it go. Exactly.
Eddie.
Yes. Yeah. And he's right there.
I heard the voice. Jeff. Maya. Sorry. There you go. You got
I love the smell. It's going off.
I love it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Oh, Tom, these are the folks who are
On the line.
online. Rosemary, the online book, thinking about what's on here, it's not on here. Raleigh.
So that's me.
Fred.
Oh, no, Fred's in here. Fred is here.
Yeah. With us.
Blackbird.
Isaiah. Isaiah's online.
Yes.
Miss you, Isaiah.
Miss you, Isaiah. Yeah,
Nancy.
online.
Online.
Thank you, Nancy.
Oh, Christine. You had to leave.
Smoking away.
Maria. Yeah. Francisco, who's online.
Yeah, who's assisting us?
Yep, the bringer of fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
Goodbye.
Universe, take it away.
Warren.
Lauren's online. And Ted.
And Ted. Yes.
That is it.
Yay.
Yes.
So as we hold the consciousness of release, we know that the divine inner flame, the sacred flame of our soul, is releasing that which no longer serves us. But as we co-create with God, the infinite one releases all of the burdens of the past. We are clearing new ground for the new. We know that God can do all things. God can do all things for and through us. This is a new beginning, a new year, divine restoration, and a bountiful crop and harvest of every good thing shall be added unto us. We are open to receive. We are cleared of the debris of the past, releasing it all to the one that forever is. We are so grateful for our new beginning. And so,
So it is.
Joy, 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 joy. Joy, joy.
Martine.